They get to play the IO the way they want, and suddenly it looks like a completely different hero. This tower's gone as well. VP extending their lead for Roshan to the
Immortal. It doesn't have much longer left on it. However, it's only got another 15 seconds before it's going to burn, but they get the fortification down from Newbie and do some chip damage to the tier 3 tower.
Ramses needs to be careful here. He goes in now on this.
Good night. Lil trying to actually repair him, but he cannot do enough in time. In fact, getting caught by the Dream Call into the Soul Assumption, and Virtus Pro. Maybe you should have had a care. The Aghanim from Visage is now 1400 away from it. These items are going to allow Newbie to have far superior fighting to what they used to have, which basically brings them on par with VP.
That was definitely a big mistake VP just made there. That kind of broke the game wide open again.
Yep. What was actually the swing? So you went from about 3k in the net worth to about 1,000 in favor of Virtus Pro, just under it. And Newbie, for the first time in this game, actually lead the experience run.
It's also a bit of a momentum swing. It's one thing that they get these graphs the way they do, but these deaths from VP allow Newbie to get some time to push their waves out and get their cooldowns back and feel comfortable in the game.
Kaka, that's ballsy, Kaka. Ramses, the Sentry Ward, he Burrow Strikes and then blinks away. I don't know if he's trying to bait out the Necro books for a tier 2 tower kill or something, but Sandstorm underneath the tier 2 tower in front of the entire VP lineup.
VP will not be making the same mistake again. No, they're gonna go away. I think VP's play now was, okay, you know what guys, that was too much. Let's chill, get the top tier 2, now we've taken all the outer towers, farm the map, wait for Roshan, get our BKB on the Lycan, and then we can think about going again. I would actually still really like to see a hood on Dragon Knight. I think it would be a really good investment, to be honest. I know this is late into the game to buy a hood, but look at what problems he's facing and what he's against. And remember, he's an offlaner.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to itemize a lot of damage. He has a Queen of Pain and a Lycan to deal the damage for him. If he's like a controlling, tanking piece, I think it's really good as well.
Instead, right now, he's just trying to get the evasion. He's trying to go for the Solar Crest.
Yeah, he's going to get the Crest. It's also a good item, of course.
Oh, wait. Are we actually going to get Tesla Ranger? You got the point booster in the Drow Ranger at the moment.
I think this is an Axe. It could be a Scotty, but
yeah, it isn't. It's a completed Axe. He's finished the entire thing. It's on the courier.
Oh, he has it.
We actually have Tesla Ranger.
Well, not yet.
Not yet. We need to have the Maelstrom. He's going BKB next. Shame. But still, with the Aghanim Scepter, this is a lot more difficult now for like Wolves and Necrobooks just to easily force into the buildings.
It also increases his farming speed.
Oh yeah.
He farms a lot faster. He just cleared an ancient stack or an ancient camp rather.
Yeah.
A few seconds there.
He's put in the Maelstrom for Mjolnir build into his quick buy as well. We'll see which one he wants to go first. The BKB for immunity is obviously a nice thing, but right now the rest of his team is doing good work, and with a Blink Dagger, like soon onto KP, like he's already going to be the front line of which VP can't deal with, so Dro's just got to keep a distance. And it's kind of odd to also see you go Aghanim Scepter before you get Maelstrom, because normally it's the other way around. Maelstrom allows you to farm faster to get the Aghanims.
Yeah, I wonder what the logic is here about that order.
It's probably because he just had the money.
I wonder what the... If you just think about the math for it, yeah, Maelstrom increases your farming rate by a lot, but not this much, I think. Like, his damage is so high now that the Chain Lightning does not compare to a Split Shot. It's also a more expensive item, but it also, the stats on it are way better as well. Like, all of this, nice to get that health, the agility for Drow.
It's because it's not a natural progression. Like, they had a great fight, but he got a crap ton of money in, and he could just afford the entire thing straight up.
Oh, Ramses.
Yeah, Wolves are scatting out, however, they just see so much.
VP needs to be careful to not drop the ball here. If Newbie get ahead in a fight, I don't think they can lose it. Like,
Roshan's up.
Their lineup is very naturally snowbally in fights where the Exorcism is running, and you have the Drow getting right clicks off, and the Visage Burst will keep dishing out damage. So if VP aren't very careful, and they just lose a hero fast, I don't think they're coming back into the fight realistically. So, gotta be very cautious not to get jumped. And Rosh is... This is going to be the most important moment of the game, what's about to come up here.
Yep, and both teams are watching it so closely. You got the defensive observe ward up from Newbie, so no one from VP will aggressively assault in unless they're going to basically smoke into the enemy jungle to find a kill before Roshan. So it's very defensive wards. Both wards are on their side of the river, but it lets them cover the front of the Roshan pit.
Looks like
and then Familiars look inside.
Mugi changed his plan, by the way. It is going to be the Maelstrom before BKB.
Okay.
So full damage. Focus.
It makes so much more sense though, and especially just to get that, and then you can go into the BKB before you finish up the Mjolnir.
Yeah, just get the Maelstrom. I think this is a better choice.
Yeah.
He has the Pike to position himself, and the only
VP
really
just
big stun
in.
is Dragon Knight.
They're starting up Roshan, burn the Necro books, burn the Dragon form, and Newbie also. Okay, here comes the TPs. They smoke before the Puck and the Drow Ranger are ready, but yeah, this Roshan dies so quickly. Familiars can't get in, and Pasha actually farms both of them on the way out of the pit.
That's why the Solar Crest is very valuable. Kill the Rosh a lot faster here. Pasha. If he didn't have the Crest, that could have maybe turned into a fight. But Newbie, we're probably not expecting it to be this fast. It's just like here. It's nighttime, there's Howl, there's Book, there's Crest.
Yeah.
That's a quick push.
So how does VP now approach this? You have an Aegis the Immortal on your Queen of Pain. You've got the Cheese on the Lycan. But pushing into the Newbie lineup inside their base seems like a really bad idea. You can't keep the creep wave up because of what the Drow Ranger is built into. You can't just go inside the base because then you're battling against an SK which you cannot stop. Like, you can't stop it from getting the epicenter. You cannot stop the Dream Call from SC. They got a lot of control from Newbie, a lot of damage where Aegis and Cheese may just mean that you just die twice with the Aegis. And there's no rebuttal.
You can play a bit of a slow Aegis here. I think that's fine for VP. You know, farm up, get another core item. There goes the Shiva from Co-op. That's going to help a lot. But the BKB on Dragon Knight, I think it's important. Like, I was talking about the Hood. Of course, the BKB will be a better version.
Shivas.
Oh, they found the
Yules. You got the Orchid available because there's still the Yules from the Puck. So it's this bait game. A blink up from SC. Phase shift too strong. Can't find him. No one's trying to. SC will get his TP out. No one won't find him in time.
Oh, they may have found the Sand King over here, Lil.
Yeah.
Courier.
Can't get this one's out.
They didn't get it. So what I think VP could do, it looks like they might just go down bottom and try again. But I think waiting for this Dragon Knight BKB is really valuable because then they have this frontline Sieger that feels safe. Like right now, it doesn't seem like any hero can feel safe. They could do it with Queen though, with this Shiva and the Aegis. He has 30 armor and 2k health, so is pretty tanky, of course, and second life makes a big difference.
Oh, look at the clearance. Orb as well as Crypt Swarm.
Yeah, the Maelstrom's complete. This Drow clears waves really fast.
Yeah, especially when they're chipped down by everybody else. That's why I don't see VP being able to get inside the base of Newbie. And even if they do take a lane of Rax, it's still not enough. This could be one of those games where we actually have Megas on Megas because both teams are just so adept at defending high ground. Maybe not so much the Virtus Pro lineup, but definitely the Newbie lineup.
This is such a stalemate. Yeah. It's like, we push wave, you push wave. But VP have access to the jungle. So if Newbie are just standing here, they're losing a full triangle every minute, which is about, what's that? Like 600 gold, 500 gold?
Oh, the silence on Puck. Has the Earl Scepter up, now maybe baited in. Pasha too far in the front lines, the Burrow Strike is there, and Mugi just letting the fire rip. The Sonic Wave massively ineffective, and look at the bounces! This Drow Ranger, they have to stop it from doing the damage, but the Familiar Plays are holding him in position. Death Prophet was merely a distraction, but Ramses now inside the base. Cannot kill off Kaka, doesn't have the vision for it. The silence of the Queen of Pain. It's the gust from Mugi. It's enough control, and Io came in to help, but all Io ends up doing is dying as well. VP tried to force the issue. Viego's Immortal will allow Ramses to TP away to safety. Pasha, maybe not so lucky, blinks up in 2 seconds time. SC, does he find him? He guesses the wrong side of the trees, checks the lane instead, and he will not find the DK or the Lycan who are home.
VP are just running their heads into a wall a bit here. I don't know. That's the exact same play that last time. This time they might feel like, okay guys, this time we have Aegis and Cheese, we can definitely do it, but the problem is this Dragon Knight takes so much damage so fast that they have to relocate him out, and they get into the fight on the back foot, and this Death Prophet gets like 3 or 4 Spirit Siphons out, and really makes that fight difficult for Virtus Pro.
Yeah, like where was your burst damage? Like you want to kill the Death Prophet so you can focus on a new target, but she's Spirit Siphoning 3 people, has her Exorcism up, it's too much. And then the 3 Familiar drops, I think, actually stunned 4 heroes with each drop, because they all grouped up.
It's really difficult for them. Like this newbie lineup is super good on defense, and now that the Mjolnir is complete on Drow, it's going to get even harder. I think at this point your approach might be something along the lines of, again, get the BKB on Dragon Knight, BKB on Lycan, and then you try to break the base by using your BKBs. During that time, your heroes will not die to the newbie lineup at least. Like this Drow lineup, or this Drow build, is very magic damage centric right now. He hits for 300, which is a lot, but they have a lot of armor, and the Mjolnir is ineffective during that. So.
SK, Kaka, no one's able to get a nice little pick off. I know, like the strategy you're talking about to push it doesn't sound like something that's sustainable, and like you might get 1 lane of ranks.
Yeah, that's a better start than this.
I'm not going to disagree with that. Instead of the stalemate, you can get something, but it doesn't seem like something that's going to help you end the game. Because Newbie's counter push is still insanely strong.
You gotta start somewhere. Like, it's better to get 1 Rex than none. And if the alternative is to just farm the map and control and gain gold, fine. Then they need to play that. But you know, they had this iron grip on the map right there, where the entirety of Newbie's lineup was in the base. They had the triangle that they were farming on the right side. Newbie definitely didn't have any heroes out on the map. You have 2 options there. Either you try to run your head into the enemy base and take that tower, or you just go with 1 hero and farm the other side of the map. Like you could imagine this situation where VP keep 3 heroes in the area they were in, and then IO +1 is just farming all the creeps in the jungle, and Newbie will have no idea because they don't have information to go on. That's when you're out farming your opponent really hard, because Newbie get 1 wave every half minute, and you farm 2 full jungles. Then we're talking like a swing of about 1,000 gold per minute between the 2 teams. That's what they could have done. And you look at Newbie's lineup, it's not very likely that they're going to go on these skirmishes, right, with like 2 heroes out in the jungle and trying to find picks. Like, that's not how their lineup works. It's a 5-man lineup. So I think VP could think about approaching the game in that way, or if they want to go for this push, they have to approach it differently. It needs to be the Aegis hitting the tower, not this Dragon Knight that needs to be relocated out immediately.
We can wait another 1.5 minutes before we'll find out when Roshan's going to spawn, and then VP can make their plans as well. But Newbie, together they moved out. Together it's hard to be picked off. The SK, okay, yeah, you can lose Kaka on the top lane, but he's also, actually, has he finished it? Yeah, he's got himself a Yule Scepter flying on the Courier. So you've got more and more heroes that you want to engage on, which have more and more escapes. You've got 3 Yule Scepters now onto Newbie. Faith doesn't need one because he's got the 4 points up in Gravekeeper's Cloak, plus Ghost Scepter and 2k life.
This is a really farmed Faith. It's unusual for him to have 9k net worth this time.
He has more net worth than the SK. Yep. They're neck and neck, like there's 50 net worth between the 2 of them, but Kaka is out looking for his own Aghanim Scepter too.
You can just see the change in mindset of VP, right? Look at how their playstyle just changed from the last minute. This is exactly what I was thinking, right? Like now, they're just farming woods. The Queen of Pain just took the entire top side of the map. The Ogre is starting to farm jungle. The Dragon Knight is farming jungle. And look at how terrified Newbie are. They're moving as like these 3, 4, 5-man groups while they're just getting out-farmed across the map. Check the tendency on the gold graph. This is 0 kills. This is just raw map. that they've managed to gain about 3k gold out of over the span of 2 to 3 minutes. So that's the 1000 GPM I was mentioning. If Newbie don't start taking chances and getting out into the map, that tendency will keep going.
And they have to wait 2 minutes for Roshan as well.
Yeah.
Like, the longer this takes, the worse it is for them. But then again, VP still have to go high ground. As long as Newbie are in position when VP properly commit and they win a team fight, then Newbie know they're going to gain a lot of this gold back. 1, through the team fight, and 2, through the push that will come directly after it.
Oh, Newbie are going for this T2 tower. That could backfire if
Mookie needs like 2 hits.
The enemy base.
Literally 2 hits.
Okay.
That's it.
They can't go further though. If they start going for the VP base, I think it could backfire pretty hard. VP still have the IO advantage of being able to relocate and then push and defend at the same time. And that looks like Newbie have the same read on that. They're going to back off.
Yep.
By the way, VP with 2 10-second BKBs, both Dragon Knight and Quap picked up theirs. So now we're reaching that point where there's a lot more margin for error in the fights. Lycan's BKB is still on 9. They have a lot of time where this puck has minimal impact. Only that Axe Coil will be able to get something done.
Or can Mookie decide what the hell he's going to buy? Like he went from having his BKB to a butterfly, and now he's got both of them sitting in his.
I like the idea of not going to BKB, honestly. I think it's nice for him to just go more damage. The way they're defending and positioning their heroes, he's a pretty difficult kill for VP in these types of fights. And how much is your BKB really going to help?
He can rely on his teammates to keep him alive. The BKB just meant to be immunity to like what, the Queen of Pain silence, the DK breathe fire.
He can prevent getting stunned by Dragon Knight, can counter the Veil, Shiva damage, which, I mean, it's obviously something, it's significant for sure. It's not a bad item.
If DK is going to stun you, he's going to blink in and get the instant stun. You probably won't be able to get the BKB off in time. Newbie, this is probably the furthest outside their base they've been in a long time.
That's a big rune, that's a big rune.
Oh, and no one's able to pick it up. Well, at least that means you get a kill off one of the familiars, maybe.
The VP of 5 minutes ago would have run up that hill. I'm just saying, they would have run up that hill.
They're waiting for Roshan. The Orb and the Wolf scan out Roshan, so both teams are aware that Roshan is alive. I still love the split. We're gotta keep in mind the split push power. When you pick up BTs on like a player like SC who was pushing the lane out, he can bounce onto the familiars too. He can just keep the split push going, or Faith can keep the split push going with familiars. Newbie are gonna smoke in, and they need to have a sentry ward down so they understand that the wolf is there. In fact, they get rid of the wolf with the familiars. The ping comes in from Ogre.
This is Gem on SC.
The Radiant are scanning out. No one's being aggressive. And that's it. Yep. Gem on SC, no one will be able to catch him off guard. No wolves, no shenanigans. He's actually going Dagon as well. They're going for the burst damage on the puck.
I think it's close.
I thought they would go for a little bit more control, but...
Probably try to kill the Wisp. Can, maybe.
Yeah. Oh yeah, with Veil and Dagon.
They can do a pretty substantial amount of burst damage together. Him and the Sand King can kill the supports with this combo of items. But, so... You see, the thing that just changed in the map over the last 2 minutes was that Newbie managed to... Oh,
top lane, quick Your Scepter. Io's in the neighborhood, but they don't have another controller. So Park will have to phase shift, jumps into the tree line, no one. He was about to start his blink down to SC, but we'll miss it. So yeah, what has changed?
So the way Newbie managed to get out on the map, you can see in the graph as well, right? Like this is a change where they were starting to lose control, and then they got their side of the map back. Drow was farming the triangle, Sand King is pushing bottom, and the rest of the heroes are moving together. So they got efficiency back. Now this is important.
Yeah, SK's going to come back. The double stuns from Familiars inside the pit. The Necrobooks are down. SC with a 2-man coil. Epicenter. The Dragon Knight is dropping down low. Fresh Familiars up on the fight, but then again the damage is way too much. They're right on top of Faith, but Moogie, no one is near him. KP surviving with that Spirit Siphon. Where is your damage? The Yulset will take the Drow Ranger up. KP has finally fallen down. The bash from Ramses. It catches the Drow. No buyback for her. Buyback is available for the Visage as well, but Ramses is just cleaning up Newbie. The one fight, the big fight they had outside their base, and it goes so well. Oh, Pasha, SC's doing the work. It's not done yet.
They're gonna get it.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Roshan is done. He would like to get an extra pickup, but without the Dagon, it ain't happening. TP away.
If they didn't kill that Dragon Knight, this could have been maybe 2 lanes wrecked. I think at this point it might only be 1. They can expend multiple buybacks, but if the DK doesn't buy back, VP might be repelled just by the buybacks alone. Getting that Dragon Knight kill for SC was very important.
There's the SK buyback. SC's just trying to get rid of the creep wave, but Ramses does so much damage. They'll burn the fortification. Burrow strike in. Kaka hiding invis for the moment. You still got that Gem of True Sight in the safe hands of the puck, but you've just had a dieback on SK.
Interesting. That seemed like Newbie weren't on the same page whether to buyback or not. I think they just lost the game. This is going to be probably mega. Sanking can't respawn now.
Oh boy.
He bought back. 2 other heroes had buybacks but did not expend them.
They need to draw a ranger to fight this. They
She's not alive.
They don't have the damage output to actually repel Virtus Pro.
They could go for Megas here.
13 seconds. No one can die. If Newbie lose one hero here, then maybe it is going to be Megas, but 8 seconds until Dro Ranger is up. KDP does not have his Exorcism. Looks towards no one. This is more of intimidation to push no one away. Same with Ramses. SC jumps in for the double silence. Lycan into the wall fall, but here comes Moogie! Oh, that damage is still not enough. It's KP who falls down. Moogie needs to get back into safety. He cannot afford to die now. There's no buyback on him. This could be the game right now. There isn't enough firepower in Newbie's arsenal to repel Virtus Pro. Maybe when no one commits so heavily in, SC gonna commit his dream call, but Queen of Pain happy to stand here. KP will fall, and that really is the game. There's so many players from VP here. They have Megas up, and no one from Newbie that can really stop them from taking the rest of the base. That escalated very quickly.
Yeah, this is probably what VP were hoping to be able to accomplish on their previous pushes, but this time it was set up way better. The fight happened outside of the base. They managed to drag Newbie out to the Roach pit, force them at great positioning, good teamwork again. The Dragon Knight got jumped on there, but it's very different. They relocated him just a bit off to the side, radiant him up, came back in, and when their